guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Brian James, this is DB Automotive. This is day 4 of the Great Southern Traverse, where my son and I are travelling around the South Island, having a good look around. As you can see in the background, we've got my little yellow McGregor, and we've got Collins Fraser in there, looking splendid. There's Colin in the background. A big thank you to Graham, Sarah and Colin for putting up with us for the last couple of days. This is going to be an epic trip. Anyway, today we're off into Blenheim, fill up, then Kaikoura, Rodham Cars and then Hanmer Springs. So, without further ado, let's have a bit of fun. Hi guys, okay, so halfway through day 4 on the Great Southern Traverse. In the background we popped in to have a look at Rodham Cars. Unfortunately they are closed to the public. I did kind of know that, but I thought, hey, if I don't try, I don't know. I tried, I now know, but that's okay. And so what we did do is, and I didn't get any footage of it because it's just not going to be easy, but we just did the inland road, State Highway 70 on coming from Kaikoura to Hanmer Springs. And so yeah, awesome piece of road. If you get the opportunity to travel that road in something like that, I strongly recommend it. Most of the corners were 35 and 45k corners, so I was down around 3rd and 4th gear. Okay, so I was punching through them a little bit quicker than that, but hey, we had a lot of fun. So now it's on to Hanmer Springs for the night, where we will find a campsite and a well-deserved rest and maybe some hot pools. So yeah, this is starting to be an amazing trip. Oh, while I've got you here, we did fill up the car in Blenheim, and it certainly seems that our fuel problems came from a bad batch of fuel from Gull, because at the moment we've been averaging around 10 litres per 100k. I also filled up the gearbox. That T9 Sierra box is unfortunately bleeding out the back end. No, it hasn't got a prolapse rectum, but it is leaking. So looks like the rest of the trip at night I'll be topping up the gearbox. That's no biggie. We can easily get away with that. Hey, can't wait to show you what Hanmer Springs looks like. Okay guys, see ya. Hi guys, well it's the end of the night for day 4 on the Great Southern Traverse. As you can see, we've got our tents set up. Cars getting ready to go for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we will head off to Christchurch. We've got 2 to 3 days with a friend of mine, Donna. She's going to put us up for the night, so we don't have to pay campground fees. I know it's pretty cheap, but hey, look, when you're trying to save money, when you're not trying to spend a hell of a lot on a big trip, you do what you have to. About today after Roden Cars, we carried on until we got to Hamner Springs. Hamner Springs seems to be an absolutely lovely town. Really enjoyed it. There's some awesome roads. Once we got here, we set up at a top 10 campground and went to the hot pools. Now, Hamner Springs is world famous for its hot pools. They seem to be a sulphur-fed hot pool, so you've got a lot of minerals. They've been going for a very long time, and so they are a healthy hot pool. And so yeah, we settled into the hot pools for about 4 hours and let our aches and pains soak away. And now we're back at the campground and just enjoying a quiet night. And then we'll get ready to head out in the morning. So what I do actually have to do every morning now is check the gearbox and refill it because it is leaking, but that's not a biggie. And like I say, the fuel system is actually sorted. We just won't use gull again. Okay, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 5 of the Great Southern Traverse. Thank you. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brian James. This is DB Automotive, and if you're watching this, then you're probably watching for the Great Southern Traverse. It's where my son and I are heading to the South Island, and we're going to explore as much of it as we can. So, day 5. Hamner Springs through to Christchurch. So, amazing roads, a little bit of road works. We got up fairly early in the morning, left about, I guess, 9ish. Had to sober up a bit. More on that a little bit later. Anyway, so going through Culverton and a few of the other little towns, really nice towns. Look, we didn't stop and look, we were focused in on getting into Christchurch. So we got into Christchurch. I'm following my GPS and I come around a corner, I'm going along a straight. Now, I don't think I'm speeding because we're out in the countryside. You can see where this is going, can't you? I'm out in the countryside, there's heaps of fields around me, and I'm not passing anyone, I'm not catching up to anyone, I think I'm just going at a cruising speed. I honestly thought it was about 100k, I'm doing 90, I'm doing fine, right up until the officer that was heading towards me decided to stop and turn on his fun lights. Fun for him, not so much for me. I pull over, he turns around. Apparently I was in an 80k zone, and yeah, well, I was doing 90, so I got a ticket for 10 kilometres over the speed limit. Now, if you're unfamiliar with New Zealand, that's a $30 fine, which isn't a hell of a lot, but it's 10 demerits. Anything between the speed limit and 10k over is 10 demerits. So they can do you for doing 52k in a 50k area, and it's 10 demerits. Once you get to 100 demerit points, you lose your license. Now, depending on how you accumulated them, if you accumulated your demerit points within a year, you lose your license for 6 months. If you accumulated them within 2 years, you lose it for 3 months. So currently I have 30 demerits left to go. Now, I get some of those back because they are only on your license for a maximum of 2 years and then they're wiped out. So in a couple of days' time, I go back down to 60. Now, to be honest, I've actually been trying to be a good boy on this road trip. I'm in no hurry to get anywhere. I've got no problems doing the speed limit. We're just out cruising and it saves fuel. And this thing's thirsty. So that put a bit of a dampener on the day. We get to Christchurch. I get to my friend's place, Donna. And that's where we've been for the night. Enjoying, once again, Southern hospitality. Absolutely enjoying it. Can I recommend it? Oh, well, 100% yes. Unfortunately, the car, we had a cover over the car last night, and it's dropped a whole lot of white shit all through the interior. I guess we'll have to clean that up at the anyway. So yeah, that's day 5. Thank you. Bye. Right. Hi guys, my name's Brian James. Welcome to my channel. This is DB Automotive. Okay, so day 6. We're in Christchurch. We've got a few things to do. One of them is to go and see the McGregor factory, which I hope to take you on a tour with. We've already rung the guys and they're happy for us to show up, unlike Rodden Cars the other day. So, and I'm pretty sure we're going to meet the original, not the original owner of this car, but the one that sold it to me. So yeah, this is going to prove to be a fun day driving around Christchurch. Okay guys, let's see what happens. Hi guys. Okay, so we made it through Christchurch without doing any damage, which is a bonus. And we're sitting at the McGregor factory. We've just had an amazing talk with the owner, and honestly, this is great. In the background, you can see a car that's in the process of being made. So, tell you what, I'll turn you around so you don't see everything in reverse for a change, and we'll get going on the tour. Right, so apparently the deal with this car is that the person who has owned it, or owns it, his grandfather built it a while back. Tragically, he's passed on and left his car to his grandson, and the grandson has brought it into McGregor to have it modernised and brought up to spec. It's the work you can see is amazing. Like there's just an amazing amount of work happening here. And look, I'll just take you around it. It looks to be running a 1600cc Escort motor, same as what mine's running. It looks like we've got an electric water pump there. Well, it might be mistaken for a small turbo, but I'm saying electric water pump. Running Woolwood brakes, and that looks like it's going to stop fairly well. As you can see, we're looking at all new aluminium. Then as we come into the back, looks like it's running an Escort diff, again, similar to mine, and probably wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be running a T9 gearbox. So, as we go up and pan around, we can see Jenny rollers, so all the proper workshop equipment you need to build these cars. Now these guys do an amazing job. Like, we've just spent a decent hour talking at what we've got. And, oh look, a lathe. You know that I love my lathe. That's what I do for a job. And they're happy to work on other cars other than just the McGregors. So, if you're going to bring in your Fraser, Chevron, Dixon is what we're looking at here right now, running a 4AGE, this would be quite a nice little car to drive. They're happy to do that for you. This is the owner's personal vehicle, so it's good to know that not only do they build them, they drive them as well. And that's important. Like you need to know that someone you're talking to knows exactly what you're talking about. Now, obviously we've got the Evo in the back, and who doesn't love an Evo? But what I spied with my little eye, oh, Lotus 11 back end. And if I turn around, look what's up there. Just the same. Oh, isn't that great? And we'll go back down. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the McGregor tour. I would love to have taped the whole thing, but it's starting to get warm and we're going to go off and find something to drink. I'm sweating, and yeah, look, it's good to be able to get a hold of these cars and drive them. That's what they're there for. So yeah, let's see what the rest of the day brings. Okay, bye. Okay guys, so that's the end of day 6. So this video took you through days 4, 5 and 6. Day 4 we got up from Collins Place, headed down the east coast to Hanna Springs, stopping in at Roden Cars. Now the Upper Inland Road or Inland Road heading to Hanna Springs, amazing road, really enjoyed it. It was a little bit rough at parts, but nothing the car couldn't handle. Got to Hanna Springs, soaked for a few hours on the hot pools. I actually really enjoyed that. That was incredibly enjoyable. Back to the campsite, my son and I decided that drinking was the order of the night, and so we did, and enjoyed that as well. Got up early the next morning, packed up, and toddled on through to Christchurch. So Christchurch was the day trip. Sorry, getting to Christchurch and a friend of mine, Donna's place. That was the trip for the day. Unfortunately, we did collect a speeding ticket, which you would have seen in the video. Got up the next day, set up, got in and relaxed, caught up with some old friends, some young friends. Next day was a tour of Christchurch, so you didn't get to see much in the video of me tiki touring around Christchurch. You did see the stop-in at McGregor Cars. Once again, I have to thank the guys at McGregor Cars for taking the time out of their day, out of their busy day, to stop and put up with us just showing up on the doorstep. Now, we did email beforehand to make sure it was okay, but still, you're taking the time to stop and talk to people that basically rock on up to your door when you could be actually doing work that earns you money. So once again, I have to thank the guys at McGregor Cars for being very hospitable. After we were finished at McGregor Cars, took a tiki tour around Christchurch, had to stop in and get a new sleeping bag, so we stopped in at the Army Surplus store. By that time, it was starting to get extremely hot. So we went back to Donna and camped for the night there. Got up early the next morning, and that seems to be a theme, getting up early the next morning and away we go. So yes, that's the next videos along. So yeah, this is days 4, 5 and 6, not 7. Now days 7 and 8, they're going to prove to be really interesting. Now it's something to look forward to, but we've got Tempro Cars for the next day, tomorrow if you will, and the day after that is the Bill Richardson Museum in Invercargill. So if you like what you see and you're very interested, please hit like and subscribe. I'm happy to answer all questions, and yeah, you guys have a great day. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Bye bye.